Day after President Bush vetoed additional funding for embryonic stem cell research and Congress's failure to override, it is very obvious this issue won't go away. Beyond the debate over whether it's right or wrong, though, there is the impact of the decisions. The News 8's Dave McKinley explains why they might be felt more in Rochester than in other communities.
Seeing as how he feels the president used props in the form of so-called snowflake babies in announcing his veto yesterday, Ramesh Patton brought a few of his own, namely his lab coat and biology degree, to his one-man protest today outside the office of Congressman Randy Kuhl, who sided with the president and presided over the House vote, which failed to override.
Our congressman decided to place politics over science.
Each of these children was adopted while still an embryo.
And that is perfectly fine.
Noted Patman, while noting that at the same time,
hundreds of thousands of these cells are discarded every year.
None of which will ever become part of a human being anyway, but research upon which might help those suffering from spinal cord injuries or Parkinson's or Krabbe's or any number of maladies, and none of whom he notes could be seen at the president's press event.
That's correct. That's correct.
It is disappointing in the sense
to the Monroe County Medical Society, which takes its cues on this issue from the AMA.
That body definitely recognizes the value of stem cell research. Without federal funding for this research, that's a real barrier for us to make any advances going forward in treatments of these, significant diseases.
At places like the U of R Medical Center, where embryonic stem cell research could mean more for Rochester's largest employer than just medical breakthroughs.
Ultimately, these technologies that are developed here at the university will create opportunities for companies and jobs, some of which will spin off and be based here in the Rochester community.
And if such research is not done in the U.S., it may well be done overseas, and that's troubling to some.
Oh, yes. I mean, we have the highest medical standards, and the research could go on elsewhere, but you're never sure if it's being done in the right and healthy way. I hope we can revisit this issue soon and maybe get the votes to override the veto.
Despite no new federal dollars for embryonic stem cell research, the U of R Medical Center, for one, has not given up hope that another funding stream might develop at the state level. States like California have taken the lead in providing funds despite the Fed's refusal, and doctors here will likely lobby Albany to do the same in hopes of keeping pace. Dave McKinley, News 8 Now.